You ever meet someone in their 90s who still walks like they've got places to be? In Japan, that's not rare, it's normal. While here in the States we're counting pills and fighting fatigue, Japanese elders are climbing mountains, cooking for themselves, and laughing like they're still in their 60s. So, what's going on here? What's the hidden code behind their legendary longevity? Is it genetics, magic green tea, or something much deeper? A way of life that keeps both body and soul young. Today, we're diving into the secrets of Japanese elders' longevity. Truths that could literally add 10, 20, maybe even 30 more good years to your life. And I don't just mean years on the clock. I mean years you can enjoy, let's get real. Most of us after 50 start to feel like our bodies are slowing down. Knees hurt, blood pressure's up, sleep's a mess. But imagine if you could reset the clock by adopting the same habits that keep Japan's oldest citizens, people in their 80s and 90s, living independently, working in gardens, even biking around town. These people aren't surviving. They're thriving. And the kicker? They don't rely on fancy supplements, extreme diets, or high-tech fitness gadgets. Instead, they've built simple, lifelong habits that quietly protect their hearts, brains, and joints every single day. In this series, we'll uncover 6 timeless lessons from Japan's Blue Zone, regions like Okinawa, where elders live longer and happier than anywhere else on the planet. You'll learn what they eat, how they move, how they think, and the subtle mindset shift that might be more powerful than any medicine in your cabinet. So grab your tea, sit back, and let's travel across the Pacific to a place where age doesn't mean decline, but rather a badge of wisdom and grace. Because by the time you finish this, you'll realize longevity isn't luck. It's a lifestyle, and it's one you can start living today. Now, let's start with what might be the biggest secret of all: how Japanese elders eat. 'Cause let's be honest, in the US, most of us grew up hearing, clean your plate, bigger's better, and you've gotta eat to stay strong. But in Okinawa, one of the world's healthiest regions, they follow a totally different rule called Hara Hachi Bu. It means eat until you're 80% full. That's it. No calorie counting, no crazy restrictions, no skipping meals. Just stop eating before you're stuffed. And here's the wild part. Science backs it up. Studies from the National Institute on Aging found that this gentle habit of portion control lowers inflammation, improves insulin sensitivity, and even slows cellular aging. By eating slightly less, Okinawan elders give their digestion, metabolism, and heart a daily break, and that break adds years to their lives. Now, let's talk about what they eat. If you walked into a traditional Okinawan kitchen, you'd find something surprising. No big steaks, no greasy takeout, no sugary drinks. Instead, you'd see colorful bowls of vegetables, tofu, seaweed, sweet potatoes, and small portions of fish. Their plates are bright, rainbow bright. And it's not by accident. Every color on that plate represents a different group of antioxidants, the compounds that protect your cells from damage. Think of them as your body's little anti-rust protectors, fighting off aging from the inside out. Another secret? They eat a ton of plant-based foods. About 80% of their calories come from plants. Meanwhile, in the US, we're loading up on processed carbs, oils, and meats that make our hearts work harder and our energy crash faster. But don't worry. Adopting this doesn't mean giving up flavor. Okinawan elders use fermented foods like miso and pickled veggies that keep their gut bacteria strong, something researchers now know affects everything from digestion to mood to immunity. And here's the kicker. They enjoy their meals. They eat slowly, in good company, with gratitude. No mindless munching in front of the TV. No eating out of boredom or stress. Just peaceful, balanced nourishment. If you're over 50, this mindset shift can be life-changing. Instead of asking, "What should I cut out?" start asking, "What can I add that heals me?" Start by adding a little green tea to your day, a few more colorful veggies to your plate, and try the 80% rule tonight. It's not about dieting, it's about living. Because in Japan, food isn't the enemy, it's the fuel for longevity. And it's one of the simplest, most powerful tools to help you feel young again. Here's something that might surprise you. Most Japanese elders don't exercise the way Americans think about it. You won't find 80-year-olds in Okinawa lifting heavy weights or running on treadmills. Instead, they move naturally, all day long. And that's one of the key reasons they live longer, stronger, and happier. In Japan, they call it Ikigai movement. Gentle, purposeful activity woven into daily life. Instead of gym sessions, they garden, walk, stretch, and stay on their feet. It's simple, but it keeps their blood flowing, their joints flexible, and their hearts strong, without overexerting themselves. Think about it. In America, we often separate exercise from life. We sit all day, then feel guilty and try to cram a week's worth of movement into one sweaty hour. But in Japan, movement is part of living. They walk to the market, they clean their homes by hand, they tend to their gardens. Even sitting and standing is done with purpose and control, keeping their balance sharp and their core muscles active. Science backs this up. Studies from the Blue Zones Project show that these constant, low-intensity movements are far better for longevity than occasional intense workouts. They keep metabolism high, reduce joint stiffness, and maintain muscle tone, especially important after 60 when muscle loss accelerates. And here's something you'll love. They enjoy it. They move not out of pressure, but out of joy and habit. A group of elders might meet every morning for Rajio Taiso, a simple Japanese stretching routine broadcast on national radio. It lasts just a few minutes. Gentle bends, arm circles, deep breathing. Yet it wakes up every muscle in the body. No fancy equipment, no pain, no burnout, just steady, meaningful motion. If you're over 50, this is one of the easiest habits to adopt. You don't need to lift heavy or run marathons. Just find ways to stay in motion. Take short walks after meals, stretch before bed, stand up every 30 minutes, do light household tasks or gardening, and here's the emotional side. Japanese elders don't move just to stay fit. They move to stay connected. A walk to the market means chatting with neighbors. Gardening means nurturing life. Stretching with friends means laughter and companionship. That's what makes movement a joy, not a chore. When your body moves, your mind follows. Your mood lifts, your circulation improves, your brain sharpens. It's not just about exercise. It's about staying alive in every sense of the word. So, if you take one thing from this part, let it be this. Move a little, move often, and move with meaning. Because in Japan, movement is medicine, and it's the reason many of their elders are still climbing stairs, dancing, and smiling at 90 years old. If there's one secret the Japanese elders have truly mastered, it's the art of never being alone. See, in Japan, aging doesn't mean isolation. It means belonging. Their secret isn't just in what they eat or how they move. It's in who they share their life with. In Okinawa, there's a beautiful tradition called moai. It means a lifelong circle of friends who meet regularly to talk, laugh, share meals, and look out for each other. Imagine that. A group of friends who've had your back since childhood, who show up for birthdays, storms, sickness, and laughter. That's moai, and it's one of the most powerful reasons why Japanese elders live longer and stay mentally sharp well into their 90s. Science completely supports this. Research shows that seniors with strong social bonds have less stress, lower blood pressure, and better immune systems. And even more fascinating, studies from Harvard and Stanford prove that loneliness can be just as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Yeah, you heard that right. Loneliness kills, but in Japan, that's rarely a problem. There, community is medicine. They live in multi-generational homes where grandparents help raise kids and pass down wisdom. Elders are respected, not forgotten. Their advice is sought after, their presence cherished. And because of that, they never stop feeling needed, which keeps both their mind and body strong. Now, let's talk about something we all feel as we age, that quiet worry that people are too busy for us. But here's the truth. It's not about how many people you know. It's about who you connect with. Even 1 or 2 strong friendships can light up your brain like fireworks. The Japanese longevity lifestyle teaches us that consistent, warm connection keeps the spirit alive and prevents the decline that comes from isolation. So how can you bring that into your life? Start small. Call an old friend. Join a walking group. Invite a neighbor for tea. Maybe start a moai of your own. A few people who meet weekly just to talk and share. You'd be amazed how a simple 30-minute chat can lift your heart, lower your stress, and even improve sleep. That's not just psychology. That's biology. When you connect, your body releases oxytocin, the love hormone, which reduces inflammation and supports heart health. And here's something beautiful. In Japan, even community chores, like cleaning the neighborhood park, are done together. Everyone contributes. Everyone belongs. Because they understand that aging well isn't a solo act. It's a shared journey. So, if you want to take one powerful lesson from the Japanese way of life, let it be this. Don't just live longer. Live connected. Because no diet or supplement can replace what genuine companionship gives you. Purpose, laughter, and a reason to wake up smiling every single day. If there's one thing you'll notice about Japanese elders, it's their calmness. They move slower, speak softer, and seem to carry this quiet peace even when life throws curveballs. And that, my friend, is no accident. It's a way of life. One deeply rooted in mindfulness, gratitude, and something the Japanese call shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. Now, don't let that fancy term fool you. It's simply the practice of spending time in nature, breathing in the fresh air and letting the mind rest. Studies show that Japanese seniors who regularly walk in nature have lower cortisol levels, stronger immune systems, and sharper memory. Why? Because they're not constantly stressing or rushing. They've learned the art of being present. In America, life often feels like a race. Emails, traffic, bills, it's always go, go, go. But in Japan, aging is like an unfolding. Slowing down isn't seen as a weakness. It's a blessing. They take time to sip tea slowly, watch the rain, breathe deeply, and truly be. And this calm mindset doesn't just make them feel better. It literally helps them live longer. Chronic stress accelerates aging, increases inflammation, and weakens immunity. But Japanese elders who practice mindfulness show lower rates of Alzheimer's, heart disease, and depression. Their secret? They don't let worries own them. They acknowledge stress, and then let it pass like a cloud in the sky. Many of them also follow the philosophy of wabi-sabi, the appreciation of imperfection and simplicity. They don't chase perfection. They find beauty in cracks, wrinkles, and the passing of time. Think about that for a second. What if, instead of fighting aging, you learned to embrace it gracefully? That shift in mindset alone could take a huge weight off your heart. Here's something fascinating. In Japanese culture, elders rarely say, "I'm too old for that." Instead, they say, "I still have something to give." That subtle difference keeps them mentally strong. They keep learning, keep contributing, keep laughing, and that's a big reason they remain vibrant well into their 80s and 90s. You can bring this same energy into your own life with a few simple habits. Start each morning with a few deep breaths and a quiet thank you. Step outside and feel the air on your skin. Spend 10 minutes a day in silence. No phone, no TV, just your thoughts. And if you can, walk among trees. Nature heals in ways medicine can't. The Japanese longevity mindset is all about balance. Peace in the mind, strength in the body, and gratitude in the heart. Because at the end of the day, health isn't just about what you eat or how much you move. It's also about how you think. So, the next time you feel stressed or overwhelmed, take a deep breath. like the elders of Japan, and remind yourself, you're still here, you're still growing, and your best years might still be ahead of you. When you ask Japanese elders about the secret to their long life, most of them won't talk about vitamins or supplements. They'll smile gently and say something beautifully simple. I have a reason to wake up every morning. That's called Ikigai, a word that means reason for being. It's one of the most powerful longevity secrets in the world, and something we can all learn from. For Japanese seniors, Ikigai might mean tending a garden, caring for grandchildren, joining a community club, or cooking for neighbors. It's not about staying busy. It's about staying connected and purposeful. Because when your heart has a reason to keep going, your body follows. In Okinawa, home to some of the world's longest living people, even those in their 90s still contribute to their families and communities. One 94-year-old woman still weaves cloth by hand every morning. Another 88-year-old man grows vegetables for his neighbors. They don't see retirement as the end. They see it as the next chapter. And that's a powerful shift in perspective for anyone over 60. Now, imagine bringing that same philosophy into your own life. What if you woke up every day excited to do one small thing that gives you joy, even if it's just making coffee, going for a walk, or calling an old friend? Science backs it up. Studies show that seniors with a strong sense of purpose have lower risks of heart disease, better sleep, and greater happiness. But there's another secret Japanese elders embrace: simplicity. They live with less clutter, both in their homes and in their minds. Their meals are modest, their spaces clean, and their days unhurried. They believe that when you let go of excess, life becomes lighter, and peace fills the space that stress once occupied. Maybe that's the biggest takeaway from the Japanese longevity lifestyle. Not just living longer, but living better, with calm mornings, shared meals, good company, and a grateful heart. So as we wrap this up, let's bring it all together. Eat clean, move daily, stay calm, and find your Ikigai, your reason to smile each morning. Aging isn't something to fear, it's something to master. Every wrinkle tells a story. Every step still matters. And your body, no matter your age, can still surprise you with its strength and resilience. You've now discovered the secrets of Japanese elders' longevity, and the best part is, you can start applying them today. You don't need to move to Japan or change everything overnight. Just begin with one step, one habit, one moment of gratitude. And before we end, I want to invite you to be part of something bigger. If you found value in this video, don't just watch and scroll away. Subscribe to Mind&Muscles, your trusted space for natural, science-backed health tips designed especially for seniors. Hit the like button if you believe that growing older can mean growing stronger. And share this video with a friend or family member who could use a little inspiration to live longer and better. Because together, we're not just adding years to life. We're adding life to years,